And welcome to the Theme Park Trader Podcast with your hosts, Ryan and Dan.
Hello.
This week, we'll explain why we're laughing in a minute. This week, we're talking about Zootopia at Shanghai. We're also talking about the return of Maleficent at Magic Kingdom, and also why and whether Disney copy and pasting attractions from one part to the next is a good idea or a bad idea. We're going to have that debate. I'm pretty sure we're on the same side of the debate, so probably not going to be much of a debate. But there we go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
So this is the second time we're having this conversation. Because GarageBand decided to have a funny 5 minutes, and we lost the first few minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, which is, as you say, it's a good job we checked when we did.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have lost an hour.
Yeah.
And not been happy. So, yes, what are we talking about? Before we go into the news, I wanted to say thanks to everyone on Facebook who commented on the piece that I was trying to write, or still writing, on the best themed restaurants at Walt Disney World. So I got feedback from the community. Mm-hmm. In fact, let's go into the list, because I think it'll be worth... What?
I was just going to say, I don't know what I was going to say.
I think let's go into the list because it might be useful just to run through.
I thought you were going to go to the Facebook post. That's what you're going to do.
No, because I've already written out the list, you see.
Oh, I see.
So the current list, I've only just started the piece. I'm only 2 paragraphs in. The current list I've got, which I may chop and change as we go, as I write the post. But so the best themed restaurants...
Is there any order to this?
No.
Okay.
I will put them in order.
Okay.
But they're not in any order right now. And also, the whole idea around this post is, with food removed, what are the best themed restaurants at Disney World? That's not to say that the restaurants in this list don't have good food.
Yeah.
But some of them don't.
Like Be Our Guest.
Like Be Our Guest. Although I've not eaten there since they've changed.
But the theming for Be Our Guest is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, so. It is. So in the list currently, we have Be Our Guest. And shout if you disagree that one should be in there.
Okay.
Sci-fi dining.
Some of them I don't know, but we'll go.
Okay. Sci-fi dining. Have you eaten there?
I haven't eaten there, but I know of it.
It's cool. It's a cool place. The San Angel Inn,
I don't know
which
where
is
that
the restaurant inside the Mexico Pavilion.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Which is lovely. Again, the food is probably... The food was all right, actually, from memory.
Yeah.
But
the setting's amazing, isn't it?
Setting's amazing. I'm going to go back there this year. It's been probably about 4 or 5 years since I was there last.
Okay.
So we're going to try it again, because 3 weeks allows us to try restaurants and not take the risk.
Nice.
The Cellier is in there.
See, I somewhat disagree with that.
Yep, I thought you might.
I think
in fact, I knew you would, because we've had this conversation already.
I mean, it's a really nice restaurant, but what's the theme meant to be for it? I know it's meant to be like Canada themed.
A Canadian wine cellar, isn't it?
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Okay.
Do you not feel like you're in a Canadian wine cellar?
I mean, I haven't spent too much time in any Canadian wine cellar, to be
I'm
fair.
sure the cellar is supposed to be.
There was that time I got kidnapped by that Canadian guy, but we don't speak about that.
He's like, hey, buddy, come over here and take it to my wine cellar.
Yeah,
I'll be your friend, buddy. Sorry to all Canadians, but I mean, I'm sure South Park has ruined everything for you.
Just everything.
Everything. So it's in there for now. I get your point.
Yeah.
And I do have a soft spot for the Cellier.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice restaurant. The food is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going top food restaurants, it's in there for sure.
Yeah.
So that may get removed. The Boathouse is in there.
Yeah, it's a nice
It seemed
to that.
pretty
nautical theme, isn't it?
Yeah, so some of these came from people on Facebook, so they're not necessarily my choices as I move into Rainforest and T-Rex.
Would you not have selected Rainforest and T-Rex?
I don't know. I mean, they're great, and you don't really get that experience anywhere else, which is why I think they deserve to be on the list.
Yeah.
And again, so they probably do deserve to be on the list.
Yeah, I think the theme is very good. I think some of it's a little bit tired around the edges these days.
Yeah.
But the theming is very good.
The animatronics look a bit clunky.
Yeah.
When you can hear the machinery more than the animal sounds, you know you've got a problem. 50s Prime Time is on there. Hoop-de-doo is on there.
I don't know Hoop-de-doo.
Oh, that's like a show, kind of like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Beer Garden is in there, which is in Germany.
Right.
Mama Melrose, which is in Hollywood Studios. Boma, which is situated in Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Tree Tavern from Magic Kingdom. The Garden Grill in Epcot. Now, I wouldn't really say that has much of a theme to it.
No, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, I wouldn't have said it has much of a theme.
Moves. You see living with the land for it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of.
What one were you thinking of?
I don't know.
Okay. Via Napoli in Epcot and Trails End. Trails End, Crystal Palace and Rose and Crown Pub. So...
Yeah. I like
Crystal Palace is good. Yeah, but I mean, what's it really themed to? It's just old. It's got an old theme.
Is it meant to be themed like the Crystal Palace in London?
Possibly.
Is that just based on the name?
As in the football team. It doesn't look much like the football team to me.
No, the
or soccer. It's football.
Is it called Crystal Palace? I know you got Crystal Palace the team, and then there's the. Is it called the Crystal Palace in London where they had the whatever it's called, the. God, what's it called? National Exhibition or something like that.
There's one in Bath.
Is it Bath? Maybe it's not London then.
Doesn't look much.
No, that's not the one that I'm thinking of.
Are you making this up?
I don't think I'm making it up. I make up a lot of stuff, but I don't think I'm making... There you go.
No, I don't think so.
Was it the Great Expedition or the Great something? I can't remember what it was called.
I have no idea.
It was kind of like a...
I recognise the building.
It was in Victorian times, and it was something where they showed off like science stuff.
Sciencey things.
You know, sciencey things.
That's science.
That
bloody science.
That mad science.
Yeah, so...
and the Rose and Crown Pub's a pretty good theme, isn't it?
It's a good theme, but I mean, it's a pub. I mean, I suppose it's a good theme for Americans who have never been to a real pub.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so what we're going to do probably is... This is very early stages. They literally right now all have the titles. So once the list has been kind of formatted and we go live with this, we'll probably dedicate an episode to it. Mm-hmm. Go through some of these in a bit more detail. I've eaten at most of these. So I mean, Rose and Crown, I will never eat at. I mean, I just don't see the point. Like I know plenty of British people, including some within our friends over at Diz After Dark that like it here and think it's great, but. It's British food, and it's poorly done British food at that.
Yeah. I've never eaten the Rose and Crown. I've had the fish and chips next door. The quick service one.
And you said it was pretty naff.
Yeah, then I mean,
it's not British. It's not
British fish and chips. I mean, the meal itself is fine.
Yeah,
but it's not British fish and chips. So
yeah, exactly. I mean,
to be fair, I can get that at home anyway. But
yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. That's why I won't go there, because you can get it at home. Apart from, and I won't get the chance to do this because Illuminations finishes before I go.
Okay.
But the new dining package they have at the Rose and Crown, I think it's like $75. I want to say.
Wow.
I want to say it's about that, but you get food. I think it's a 4-course meal, something like that, and wait for it. View of Illuminations, and wait for it. Unlimited beer. Cocktails, wine, unlimited.
That's dangerous, isn't it?
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
People are going off the balcony. I'm just going to say it now. The ledge of the lake.
I'll have a glass of wine, please. Pour the bottle. Leave the bottle. Yeah. And 8 cocktails.
No, just don't bother with the glass.
Yeah, just give me the bottle. And I'll have 8 of your finest cocktails.
What do you want, love?
Yeah, exactly. You expecting anyone else? No. You think this is a British pub? I'll show you how we deal with booze.
I'll have 5 pints of Beta.
Give me a pint of Stella. And your finest Scotch egg. See, it's not just Canadians and Americans we take the mickey out of. We take the mickey out of ourselves
Think
as well.
about everyone. Really.
Everyone, yeah. Anyone, everyone, anything that moves. So that's our list right now. But yeah, the main point of today's episode is to talk about, first of all, some of the couple of bits of news updates, but both kind of relevant. Well, one less so. One quite relevant to the topic.
Just like, they're both quite relevant. Actually, only one. Nah, neither of them are.
No, neither of them actually. What are we talking about?
Don't know.
The first is which is the Maleficent Dragon float making its return to the Magic Kingdom after setting itself on fire last year. And what I loved about this, there was two things I loved about this. One was the amount of theme park bloggers and quote unquote press that were sat at the start of the parade route,
right?
So they could take a picture of the dragon and be like on Twitter and on their site
as soon as they possibly can.
First look, Maleficent Dragon return. That made me laugh quite a lot.
The door to where they open the float is just like cracked open.
Yeah. And there were a lot of, I think it was yesterday or the day before, there were a lot of tweets going, breaking, first look, exclusive. Like, there's like 50,000 people in that park watching the parade.
Not really exclusive.
And my other favourite thing about to do with this was that Disney have decided to release Maleficent themed merchandise to celebrate the return of the float.
The float.
The parade float.
That broke itself. Or did it break itself?
Did it break itself, yeah.
Yeah. I reckon, conspiracy theory, did they set it on fire deliberately so that they can then come out with merchandise 6 months later?
Well, this is it. And when also, like, the fire actually put, like, cast members at risk.
Yeah.
And Disney are like, let's capitalise on its return. Apparently, it's come back with enhanced new safety features, one of which I'm assuming is...
no fire.
It won't have material that sets on fire. When I looked at some of the footage the other day, it looked as if like the flame was now totally pointless. It was coming out like 30 centimetres.
Oh, really? They tried to dial it back a bit.
It didn't seem quite as intense, which is a bit of a shame. If anything, I want to see more fire coming from Maleficent. And yeah, I can't remember the exact merchandise that they brought back, but it was ridiculous. Like, you think they wouldn't do something like that for a parade float.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? But people will buy it.
I know.
People will definitely buy it.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm guessing, was it like pins and stuff?
I can't remember. I think it was more like food stuff.
Oh, okay. That's a bit weird.
It was something like that.
It helps if you spell Maleficent right.
Yeah, I know. I'm frantically trying to search for it while we're doing the...
We should have prepared this, shouldn't we?
Well, I didn't think this would be such a big deal, but I'm kind of talking about it more than I thought it would. Usually...
You're getting more and more into it as you go along.
Yeah, the whole episode's going to be... Oh, yeah, here we go. So we've got the...
Well, that's what they had at Halloween, wasn't
Yeah, they
it?
brought back the Maleficent cone, because they've probably just not sold enough of them.
They had a load of them left over. They found the box of the cones.
Put them in the freezer, get them back out when the float...
They just dust them off.
Yeah. What's this dust on it? Oh, it's purple evil dust?
Yeah, it's magical
great.
Power. It's fine to eat, I'm sure it's fine to eat.
It's human skin flakes. So they brought back the Maleficent cone and just a load of like Maleficent merchandise, like a shoe, random thing, some t-shirts and socks.
Oh, okay, so it's very generic Maleficent merchandise.
Yeah.
They're trying to push.
They probably were just like, we've got a box of this stuff to get rid of, and now's a good time.
We've over-ordered, nobody bought it at Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, at least they didn't go... She's finally back with a t-shirt with the flame coming out. I mean, at least they haven't gone that far. They just seem to be shifting merchandise that nobody's buying.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
Because, I mean, who's buying... Some of this stuff looks awful.
Which is kind of a bit better that they haven't come out with... They haven't designed merchandise specifically for that.
She's back, yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, as you say, it's a bit weird that they're trying to capitalise on it, considering it, like... It
could have seriously injured cast members and guests.
Yeah.
I do remember that, like, again, some quote unquote theme park press got quite close to when the Maleficent when it was on fire, and the cast members was like, "Get back!" And they're just standing there filming it. Like,
I can really feel the heat on my bone.
Yeah, your hoodie is on fire. This is great.
I'm going to sell this on eBay
for $10,000, one of a kind.
Yeah. Hoodie burnt by Maleficent.
Exactly. No one else will have this. So that was that, and then the other piece that kind of leads into our main topic of today was that Zootopia-themed expansion is coming to Shanghai Disneyland, which in itself is pretty cool. So I believe Zootopia is the biggest grossing animated movie in China.
Oh, was it?
In history, yeah.
Okay.
Which makes sense as to why they're introducing it into Shanghai.
Yeah.
So according to Disney, all they said so far is that guests will be invited to experience the metropolis of Zootopia, where anyone can be anything, with a new major attraction that will seamlessly blend Disney storytelling and state-of-the-art technology to bring this fan-favourite movie and its characters to life, including Julie Hopps and Nick Wilde, the only two that people know. Entertainment, merchandise, and food and beverage offerings will invite guests to fully immerse themselves in the Academy Award-winning animated movie.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I'm not really sure how food and beverage offerings will help to bring people fully immersed into an animated world, but
unless it's a carrot.
Yeah, they did.
You're like Judy Hopps.
Don't put it past Disney to sell carrots for $10, because they already sell bananas and they're like $3.
And they're not themed to anything.
No, exactly. Which is like it's cool. Like we know nothing more than that, other than they're starting work on it this year.
Right.
So let's assume it's going to be open for say 2022. I would have thought.
Yeah, it depends on how big the expansion is, doesn't it? Really. I mean,
it's going to have a ride.
The picture looks like it's a reasonable size.
Well,
it
looks like what they've done is taken all the old Streets of America stuff from Hollywood Studios and just painted some animated stuff.
Kind of made it look like animals. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. In the film, there's that elephant, isn't there? Or it's the I don't know what animal it is. Nick Wilde was working with a guy who's like a little, I don't know what it is.
No, I don't remember.
He's got like really big ears, and he's pretending to be a elephant, isn't he? Because he wants something from the elephant shop. I can't remember what it is. It's like an ice cream.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. I'm sure it's like an ice cream or something like that.
And
I
don't remember.
It's like massive, and I wonder if they're going to sell that.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You
probably.
can see them like any food item that you see.
Or donuts with the is it the cheetah or the behind?
Yeah, he's eating donuts.
He's like a really fat cop.
Yeah.
They'll just have a box of donuts with his face on it.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know how much. The yen.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know how much is high. So let's go with dollars. They'll sell like a box of them for like $40.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, they're just like Voodoo Donuts. They're all plain. They're just like Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Same thing.
Yeah.
For the record, in case you didn't know, we're being sarcastic, and we actually do really like Voodoo Donuts. So following on from that, I asked on Twitter, or I should say, we asked on Twitter, but it was me. With Zootopia confirmed for Shanghai, would you like to see Disney open the land at Walt Disney World? And 75% of people said yes.
Yeah. I was one of them.
You were one of them, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I said yes.
You're part of the problem.
Who's that that did The Office?
Michelle said
okay.
no, please no from The Office, and I think it's a great IP for the Asian parks, but Walt Disney World, keep it. Someone else
Sounds a bit racist.
John Coaster Chat John said, can't we just have different reasons to go to each resort rather than copy and pasting everything? And I kind of agree with him. So that's why we wanted to talk about this today, is how much is too much with Disney in recent years copy and pasting attractions from somewhere else in the world and putting them into other places.
Yeah.
Is it lazy? Are they doing things on the cheap? Or is it a great idea for guests to experience new and wonderful things they can't experience where they're from, basically? Mm-hmm. So my opinion on Zootopia is I love the idea of having it in Shanghai. I think it's a great idea, and it makes me want to visit Shanghai even more.
Right, okay.
Would I like to see it come to Walt Disney World? No, I don't think so. The only park where it could possibly fit is Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
They're not gonna add another expansion to Hollywood Studios anytime soon.
No, not for a while.
Epcot is I mean, it doesn't fit there. I mean, it doesn't mean they won't put it in there, but it doesn't fit at all. Magic Kingdom, it's not going to happen. It's not that big of a movie for it to take over an entire area. Magic Kingdom also has its own dedicated lands. It doesn't make sense to do this. which leaves Disney's Animal Kingdom, and you can kind of bodge it in if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you could find, it's all animal based, so they
Yeah.
could probably fit it in.
Rafiki's Planet Watch. See you later.
Yeah.
Um,
We can all hope.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is it. So, if they were to just copy and paste Zootopia, the land that they're building in Shanghai, and put it into Rafiki's Planet Watch, I would be disappointed. I think there's room to put Zootopia into that space and make it unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's Walt Disney World. I would expect them to do maybe 2 rides, 3 rides, rather than just the one. But also, is it really going to become a franchise that is going to be popular in 10 years' time?
Yeah.
They're not openly working on a sequel to it. No, they might well be
Okay.
behind the scenes, but they've not announced anything.
Yeah. You think they would have done, considering it came out in 2016.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you would have thought so. They were quite quick to announce Frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed the film. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
I'd much rather see Indiana Jones come to Animal Kingdom than I would Zootopia.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the film, and I think it would be nice to see a land, or maybe not a land necessarily. I think they could do a land very well. Whether it warrants a land.
The thing is,
don't
though,
know.
if they're doing a land, the Shanghai concept art looks like they're building a city,
Yeah.
which doesn't work in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Like Pandora, as much as Avatar sucks as a film and a franchise, and and is likely to continue to suck for the next 4 movies. They've done well at making Pandora look like it fits in kind of naturally into Animal Kingdom. Copy and pasting a cartoon scenario into that park with skyscrapers isn't going to work.
From that perspective, it doesn't really fit very well.
Now they could take one of the other biomes from Zootopia, because at one point they go through
There's a jungle.
jungle, don't they?
Yeah.
That could work, but is it going to work?
But then that's not really iconic to the film as such, is it?
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Why would you not take a jungle theme and put in Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Like do a Temple of Doom ride. That is far more.
Or even the bit, swinging with the monkeys. Shia LaBeouf swinging.
I've got no recollection of
remember
that.
Bit, Ryan?
No, you must have dreamt it.
Oh. Yeah, I think that must have been it.
I mean, you always tell me about your Shia LaBeouf dreams,
They're
where he
very
just
vivid.
does it.
He literally just swinging the whole time.
Just do it. But yeah, I can't see it fitting into Animal Kingdom. There's been rumours of Indiana Jones for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I think if you put in Indiana Jones, you make it so that you've got abandoned kind of temples that are overgrown, so in maybe India or somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You put in a Temple of Doom style dark ride.
And that would fit really well.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Get rid of Rafiki's Planet Watch. That just bulldoze the whole thing, and put in Indiana Jones. It's new. It's not been done before.
Yeah.
It fits into Animal Kingdom. Zootopia doesn't. Realistically, it's not going anywhere else unless Disney suddenly announce a 5th park, which I don't think is happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Now, they have been buying up land recently, quite a bit of land, but they've already got enough land to build another 2 to 4, 5, 6 parks in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, pretty easily.
I think the land that they're buying is mainly for water treatment and maybe connecting some kind of train service into Walt Disney World, because it's quite close to an existing Sunrail train station.
Oh, okay.
Which would make sense. Give people another way into the parks. It does make sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
But copy and pasting this, it doesn't fit into Animal Kingdom in its current format, I don't think.
No, I know what you mean. Granted, I said I voted yes because I would like to see a land like that. But
Doesn't fit, does it?
doesn't particularly fit well when you look at the options.
Yeah.
Because essentially they're putting it in the Shanghai. I assume they're putting it into the equivalent of the Magic Kingdom, aren't they? They only have 1 park over there, right? Don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you could see it fitting into a Magic Kingdom.
Oh, absolutely.
Equivalent, but in the Disney World Magic Kingdom,
It's not fitting.
No,
It's not fitting.
No, there's no space for it.
No, exactly. If Disney were to come out and say we're working on a new park, and part of this new park we're going to have a Frozen land, we're going to have a Zootopia land, we're going to have a video game-esque Wreck-It Ralph land.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'll be all on board for that. That sounds great. But
I don't think they can warrant a 5th park at the moment.
no, I mean those expansions that they're building in Epcot and Hollywood Studios are going to be keeping them going for probably the next 10 years.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's kind of like with Universal. They've announced their
They haven't announced anything.
It's it kind of the leak that we saw of the Fantastic Worlds.
Fantastic Worlds, I think. Yeah.
I almost don't think they warrant a third park yet.
Well, they're building way too many hotels.
Yeah,
So
they're building a lot of hotels, but I just think there's too many areas in the Universal and Islands parks at the moment that could need renovation before they can warrant building up an entirely brand new park.
Yeah, see, there's other rumours with that park that they'll have Nintendo, but it's also going to have like a monsters area.
Yes, I thought about that.
Yeah, and people are saying that could potentially mean that they'll move Halloween Horror Nights to that park.
Yeah,
which makes total sense.
Yeah, especially as I was reading that they can obviously build it with that in mind.
Yeah, have permanent warehouses.
Yeah, as opposed to trying to fudge it into the existing parks that they've got.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah,
make total sense. But whether or not that will happen, I think it's people reaching.
People might be jumping to conclusions, thinking, "Oh, this would be a great opportunity to do that."
Yeah,
and it would. But whether they're going to do that or not, I don't know.
Who knows?
To be fair, they haven't even announced the park yet.
Well, the thing is, Universal start projects before even announcing them. So apparently they've just started work on a Jurassic World, I would assume, coaster.
Yeah.
The walls have gone up for something.
Yeah.
But they've not announced anything.
No, and they've put plans in all this sort of stuff, haven't they? But nothing's been said.
So it would probably be the park could be halfway finished before they've even announced that something's going on.
They're just painting the track. And they're just like, oh yeah, we're building this new ride.
But they're really bad at marketing, I think, Universal.
Yeah.
Because people were talking about it and nobody knows what's going on. They need to control the media, not let them
jump to conclusions,
create rumours.
Yeah.
I mean, there was talk of at one point Mamma Mia going into the old Terminator 2 building. I mean, if that happens, I mean, anyone that's got an annual pass, just throw it away. Just throw it away.
You may as well just eat it.
I mean, then you'll have Shrek, Mamma Mia, right around the corner from each other. I mean, God, could there be any worse scenario in a park? I'd rather go on E.T. than see a Mamma Mia show.
Yes, no, I would agree.
Like, nobody wants to see Pierce Brosnan up on his feet singing in a 3D show. Unless he's shooting someone in the face as James Bond.
Crossover. There you go.
There you go. He's undercover the whole time.
Exactly. A James Bond ride was also...
It was floated around, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Universal have still not officially announced anything for that area.
Do they have the rights to that?
No.
I thought so, because it's always been MGM, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know who it sits with at the minute.
Which I don't know what sort of affiliation they've got with Disney, because obviously the park used to be called MGM Studios, didn't it?
God knows how it all works.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've still not announced anything. I mean, T2's been closed for 18 months.
Isn't it? Yeah. They're obviously working on it. They've been working on it, they've taken the walls down and all this sort of stuff. You think, why not just say what you're building?
Yeah, 18 months it's been closed for, I think.
Yeah, I never understand that. If they've got the plans for it, if it's all been approved, if they're working on it, why would you not announce what it is?
Yeah,
because you can start promoting it and getting people excited about it. And
do what Disney does. Start selling merchandise for it 6 months before you even open it. People go crazy for it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, Disney copying and pasting things. I think it largely depends on how they do it. So there's examples where they're copying, but not pasting.
Okay.
So give some good examples, right? Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
I think everyone agrees that Thunder Mountain in Paris is a 10 times better attraction than the one in Florida.
It's very good. Yeah.
And that's a great example of Disney taking the idea and improving on it.
Mm-hmm.
Same story. No, not as good. Is Phantom Manor and the Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom, obviously from Disneyland, very different rides.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Manor in particular, obviously, is closed for renovation at the moment, but it's very different to that of the Haunted Mansion. And the same in, I think, Mystic Manor in the Asian parks, very, very different story. And that takes Imagineering skill to make an attraction that is based on such a beloved ride and still change the story, have confidence in changing the story, and making it completely different. I want to go and ride Mystic Manor because it's different.
Yeah.
Right? I wanted to go and ride Tron. I really like Shanghai. There were two things about Shanghai that I really want to still, at the moment, really want to go over to Shanghai for. One was Pirates of the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. Again, a perfect attraction that is in almost every Disney park, but is different.
Yeah, yeah.
I really want to go on that in Shanghai because it looks insanely good.
Mm-hmm.
But Tron was the other reason.
Yeah, which they're now bringing.
They're bringing it exactly how it is, as far as we know, into the Magic Kingdom. And now Shanghai doesn't seem quite as appealing. And yes, it is one ride, but it's a long way to go.
Yeah.
And now I can go to Florida, which I try and get to every year, and ride Tron there.
Yeah. Now, see, from I agree with what you're saying. It's nice to see the originality in the rides,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, you know, from Disney's perspective, they can be introducing all these original rides in Shanghai, but people will only generally go to like one park. If they go to like the same one park every year, say, they'll only go to like Shanghai one year and then they'll go back to Florida the next year, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, they won't go to like Shanghai and Florida in the same year.
Yeah,
So
unlikely,
really,
yeah.
it's not going to net them any more money whether they come up with original rides in both parks, because
Oh
people,
yeah, from
you
a
know,
business perspective.
yeah, like people in the area around Shanghai, like China and whatever, they can all go to the Shanghai park, and then everyone in America, East Coast, can go to Disney World and things like that.
Yeah.
So I can see the business side of it, but I agree it is nice to see the original rides, but I can understand why they don't necessarily do it all the time. And I think they've been doing it less so recently, haven't they?
It's a bit more copy and paste, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because you're talking about, you mentioned all the Phantom Manors and the Big Thunders.
Yeah, and they're all
like,
great.
Space
They're
Mountain and
amazing.
everything like
Even
that.
Tower of Terror in Paris is different. Okay,
Yeah.
it's nowhere near as good, but it's different.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder whether that was a deliberate choice or whether it was a space issue that it's not different.
I mean, I think it's exactly the same layout as Disneyland's,
Right. Okay.
but it's
Okay.
different to Florida's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that that's changing to Guardians.
Which one?
The
Paris.
one in Paris.
Yeah. Yes.
Because
yeah.
that is. I don't think Florida's going to introduce 2 Guardians attractions,
No.
especially with the third movie pretty much off the table now for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
And just, if you look at the plans for Marvel Land, whatever they're going to call it in Paris, Tower of Terror is at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go from 1920s, 30s Hollywood to Marvel. It's not going to work.
No.
I mean, I know Disney seems to care less and less about theming, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think they just didn't announce it because they were already announcing loads of stuff closing.
They want to
didn't-
see people excited rather
Yeah.
than disappointed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people love
They
that.
didn't want to
rubbish.
be controversial as
Yeah.
they were releasing that.
Yeah, but I would be very surprised if we didn't see that close.
Yeah. It's probably also a case of they don't want to close that while they're also closing everything else because they have
I
too
agree.
much stuff closed.
Yeah.
They don't want to do a Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
In
But that
Florida.
conversion process took what, like 6-7 months, maybe?
What?
It wasn't long at all.
No,
was
it wasn't long at all because they kept it open for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And they had all the scaffolding up and everything like that
Yeah.
around in California.
Yeah, but it's just
yeah.
it's just a repaint and a few like bolts of bright stuff added to it and a different
Yeah.
film, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
The thing is, if the layout is exactly the same and everything like that between
Yeah.
California and Paris, then there's no difference between them, so it should be even quicker, shouldn't it? Really?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we didn't see that.
Yes,
But-
I would be as well.
I mean, the one that's really going to stand out to me is Paris. So
Right.
we're getting Star Wars.
Yeah.
We don't know what that's going to be. They haven't said it's Galaxy's Edge. But
No.
You can bet your left testicle that it will be. Don't know why your left testicle.
No.
But why not? It's going to be, isn't it?
You would have thought so. It's a copy and paste between California and Florida, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know why they would not do a copy and paste over to Paris.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it wasn't,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's on our doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we go to Florida like every year, and Paris is just on the doorstep, so we can easily do both.
Yeah. I mean, the annual passes for Paris, they work, I mean, not for the top tier, but like the third tier, which is pretty much you can go almost every day of the year apart from a few, like 10 days or something.
Right.
It works out at £15 a month.
Really?
Yeah, for an annual
Okay.
pass. And that gives you like 10% off merchandise.
Oh, okay.
I think the top tier gives you 20% off merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
But even the second, even the second from top gives you 10% off merchandise. What else does it give you? Money off room rates,
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of thing. £15 a month. And I think even the top tier might be like 25 quid maybe.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So you're talking next to
It's
nothing.
Not too bad, really, is it?
Really
Especially
good.
as you'd make a fair chunk of money back on your hotel reservations and merchandise, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Exactly. I'm actually considering getting one
What, before Star Wars or when Star Wars comes out?
before.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't said officially yet, but it's looking very likely that I'm going to Disneyland Paris for the Pirates and Princesses soiree,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which would be interesting. But I'm thinking I might get an annual pass around that time,
Right.
which would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be one of them. And your glass shoulder. But yeah, I think so. We're going to see probably at Galaxy's Edge copy and paste.
Yeah.
We're going to see a Frozen copy and paste, not from Epcot, but probably from the stuff that they're working on over in China. They're working on the Frozen expansion over there.
Yeah.
That for me is going to be copy and paste into Paris. And then the Marvel stuff will be copy and paste from California Adventure and some of the stuff they're working on in China, with the exception of the Iron Man coaster, which is a retheme.
Yes.
I'm sure it'd be a great retheme, but it's a retheme. It's not a new ride. So you think with Paris, they're saying spending all this money on Paris, but what if we only get 3 lands that are exactly the same as things that you could do in other Disney parks? That's a little bit disappointing, isn't it?
It's difficult. It's a little bit disappointing, I suppose, a little bit. But at the end of the day...
And it's in French.
Well, that's just disappointing generally, isn't it? Right, come on. At the end of the day, if you only go to the Paris park, then it's great to be able to see
I agree.
see these attractions. Because, a lot of people go to Paris park like multiple times a year and they won't go to any other park.
Yeah, so I completely agree.
It's great to have that opportunity to see these big rides. And at the same time, I think Paris needs a lot of injection.
Yeah, it does.
So, from that perspective, I don't think even if it's copy and pasted, it's good to have that injection into Paris.
Yeah, but
granted, it would be nicer if they were all original.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it is what it is, kind of thing.
Well, if I was to turn around and say, okay, they're not doing the Falcon ride. I forget what they call it.
Which one? Oh, it's the Falcon. Right, okay, Star Wars you're talking about.
Yeah, so they're scrapping the Millennium Falcon ride. Let's be honest, it's not a particularly interesting ship. It's quite boring. It's very 70s to look at. And they said, okay, we're scrapping that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be flying the Falcon. You're going to be flying Slave 1.
Yeah. What, in Paris?
Yeah. And you've got a massive Slave 1 outside. And you get to go into Boba Fett, or Jango Fett, I should say. One or the other, Slave 1 or Slave 2, whatever it is. And you get to go in that ship. And there's a bit more of a bounty hunter story. Now, realistically, you've got to change what the exterior of that looks like. You have to build a slave ship rather than a Falcon.
Yeah.
And on the inside, you do a bit of tweaking. You change the movie. It's not that difficult. Lucasfilm aren't making 2 Star Wars movies a year anymore, so get them to do that. Go through the asteroid field, drop one of those bombs that go boom, boom, and out you come. Everybody's creamed their pants. I mean,
just like everyone.
I mean, that is the kind of thing that's like Thunder Mountain in Paris versus Florida, right?
Yeah.
It's not hugely different. It would function the same. You'd have 6 people in the cockpit pressing loads of different buttons, but it will be a different ride and different enough that it's exciting to visit, to want to visit both, even if you can't.
Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose those are the good differences to have. They're not huge. They're subtle.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, because it is just a model of Millennium Falcon or Slave One outside.
Yeah.
The actual ride.
The ride system will be exactly the same.
Yeah. They just
the
need
movie
to
will
change.
change.
They just need to change the layout of all the buttons and make it look less Falcon-y and more.
Well,
Slave
so the
One-y.
ride system will be the same,
Yeah.
and maybe the vehicles will be different.
Yeah, but not significantly different.
Not massively different.
No.
And the same with the First Order attraction. Make that set so that it's in the Empire rather than the First Order. Mm-hmm. 2, again, very similar rides, but very different. And instead, so you have one that's set in the First Order era and one that's set in the Empire era. And maybe California, if they thought about it, could have been the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That way, you've got 3 different Star Wars lands, so actually bloody exciting to visit each one of them.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they had a Clone Wars area, I'd be going there first. Doesn't matter where it is. If they said, we're building one in Shanghai, it's set to the Clone Wars, I'd be there first.
Yeah.
Because for me, as a Star Wars fan, while the movies might not be as exciting as some of the others, the Clone Wars is an era, when you read the books, when you watch Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the TV show, is far more exciting and interesting than the Empire, which was obviously shot in the 70s and was limited on what they could do. And straight away, you've got 3 very different Star Wars lands that actually, operationally, aren't that different.
No.
But there are enough of a difference that makes it exciting.
From the outside, they look different.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think those would be good. Those would be good.
I should be working in Imagineering.
Work with Joe Road.
I'm not working with Joe Road. No.
No.
He can have Animal Kingdom. I don't care.
I have many questions about the earring.
He can do what he wants to Animal Kingdom. Nobody's let him near anything else. Well, I suppose he did do. I mean, he's done a lot, to be fair. But recently, he did do Mission Breakout.
Yes, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a reskin, Joe.
Yeah,
Don't take too much credit.
Because he was over there, and then something else was opening
Pandora.
at the same time. Was it? Was it Pandora?
Pandora, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He just seems to be travelling all the time. I don't quite know what he does.
Research, Ryan. It's research.
Joe, there's no plans to expand Animal Kingdom. It's research.
I need an all expenses trip.
He does seem to be
5-star
travelling
hotels.
a lot of the time in various. He's always like in a jungle somewhere.
He's research, Ryan. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, that to me, that is much more exciting of an offering for Star Wars than what they're producing right now.
What the potential for
3 different areas.
Oh, I see.
You've got 3 different Star
Yeah.
Wars timelines. Make 3 different galaxy's edges.
Yeah. I think
There's 3 edges to a triangle. There's 3 galaxy's edge. It makes sense.
That's such a random point to make.
It makes sense. People are going to put that on a T-shirt.
What 3 edges?
The
to a
conspiracy
triangle?
theories. They're going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a cost thing, hasn't it? For
It's
Disney- for
100% a
Disney.
cost thing. They
Like,
can't be bothered.
No.
They have all the money. I mean, they are one of the cash richest companies in the world. If they wanted to, they could do it.
I don't know how much. How much have they got? I don't know how much they have in reserves.
Quite a bit, I think. And it's not Apple.
Yeah.
It's not Nintendo. I mean, I don't think even Nintendo has quite a lot in reserve.
Yeah.
But they're still.
I mean, when they make $7 billion at the box office last year,
they reckon they're going to do 10 billion this year.
yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
Well, I think Star Wars has the potential
Yeah.
if it's done right.
Yeah.
Lion King will do it,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
Aladdin won't because that looks awful.
Toy Story.
Toy Story probably will.
Probably, yeah.
What else have we got? Dumbo won't. That
No,
won't do
won't.
very well, I don't think. What else? There's more out this year than
And
that.
then In-game.
Endgame will do it,
Yeah.
no problem.
In-game might hit 2. Endgame might hit 2,
Yeah, could do.
potentially.
Captain Marvel will do
Captain
it.
Marvel.
Spy-
Will Captain Marvel do it? Probably.
Yeah, I think
probably,
everyone has to
probably.
go and see it before Endgame.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Spider-Man might, but it's not a. The funds don't go to Disney. That's a Sony movie.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think when they
So you
announced
just
the-
take all the credit for it and then get all the money. It's ridiculous.
I find it funny that when they announced the trailer, or when not announced the trailer, when the trailer came out for that, they were all like, everyone was like, "Oh my god, when's it going to be set in the timeline?" You know, "Oh, is Spider-Man alive?" It's like, well, surely, because obviously in Endgame he dies. Spoiler alert.
Infinity War.
Yes, yeah. In
Yeah.
Infinity War he dies. But so does so many other people. Like
Yeah.
half the Guardians of the Galaxy die.
Yeah.
And yet they'd already announced there's going to be a 3rd film.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're not going to kill off... Chris Pratt didn't die, did he, in Infinity War?
I can't remember. No.
Groot did.
Groot did. Rocket didn't.
Yeah.
Drax did.
Yeah.
Is it just Star Wars and
think-
Rocket left? I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I've only seen it. I've seen it twice, but I can't remember.
Like Spider-Man, the sequel for Spider-Man had already been announced, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you think they're not going to bring him in for one film, like the Homecoming, and then kill him off.
No,
are they?
exactly.
He's gonna be going for a few years.
Unless it starts getting ridiculous by saying, "Oh, the next 3 Spider-Man movies are all set before Infinity War."
They're not going to do that.
That's just stupid.
No. People were like losing their minds over whether this was set in the past or the future, and it's like it's obviously not necessarily the future. It's not going to be set in the. It's going to be set in the current time.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
if you want my best guess of what happens, and this is obviously not confirmed, so it's not a spoiler. Where was Tony Stark in that trailer?
Yeah. What for? For
What the next Spider-Man? I can't remember what it's called. Far From Home.
Far From Home. Yeah.
He wasn't there.
As in Europe.
Yeah, Europe.
No.
He wasn't there. He's dead.
I think he's going to go.
He's dead. He is the face of Marvel. He's almost 60,
Yeah.
I think.
And he's been doing it for like 10 plus years.
Yeah,
isn't he,
he's
now?
dead. To not, I mean, was it Lucky? He's in the trailer, and there's like a little saddened look
Lucky?
in both
Who's
the bodyguard. I think his name's Lucky.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
John Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau.
There's like a sound and looked between them.
Yeah.
Now, unless they're just doing that to try and
throw people off.
off.
Well, it's like when he looks at his suit at the beginning. There's like a saddened look, isn't there? You know?
Exactly.
Um,
Iron Man's dead. Well, I think he's gone.
yeah. Do you reckon Captain America will go?
I hope so.
The thing is, he's been quite vocal about.
Yeah,
leaving,
but
hasn't
again,
he? But
that for me is like,
but
well,
then so is Daniel Craig about James Bond from since he like made the first one, and
I mean,
he's done about 4
let's
of
be
them
honest.
now.
Chris is not doing anything else.
No,
He's not a great actor. He's unlikely to do anything else.
no, but he doesn't need to.
If Disney throw more money at him, he'll do whatever.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, he's done. To be fair, he's done a lot to try and stop Trump from doing stuff on Twitter. So fair play to him. He is the real life Captain America. But Captain America, the character, is for me boring as hell.
Yeah.
And just irritating half the time when he's on the screen. Although he did bring the best moment of Infinity War for me, which is when he crops up opposite the train in Scotland and kind of saves the day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's when the Avengers music kicks in.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh. So that was great. You know, he's in recent movies he's been a lot better.
Right.
But when he started out and he's a bit too high and mighty, you're like, all right, mate. And when it was like Civil War, Captain or Iron Man, it's like, who the hell was choosing Captain America? He's a loser. Nobody is that self-righteous. Come on.
Do you think he's the Aquaman of the Marvel universe?
I mean, let's hope so. I mean, at the end of the day, he's got a shield.
Yes.
Yes, he's got super strength, but it's not that super. Donald thought he was like invincible, and I was like, no, it's someone who could literally snap his neck and he's dead.
He was given. I don't really know too much about Captain America.
Have you not seen the film?
I've not seen the first ones,
so
I don't really know.
He was basically.
Was he given super strength?
He was given this serum, yeah.
Right. Okay. Because I know he was frozen on ice, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah. So, but in the first one's set in the 40s.
Right.
And it's got it's set during the World War II.
Right.
And it's got him versus the guy that plays. I always forget his name. Mr. Anderson.
Oh yes. I don't know his name.
I always forget his name.
Yeah.
But he plays the Red Skull.
Okay.
And basically they CGI'd Chris's face on a really thin guy, like a really small and thin guy, for like half the movie until he gets the serum. And it looks a bit odd, but it's it's an alright film.
See, that's the thing. Captain America for me has never been an interesting character.
He's really boring. Yeah. He's really. But saying that, I still think that. What was that? What was the? Oh, my mind's got Winter Soldier is in the top 3 Marvel movies that they've done to date. That movie is great because it stands out as just so different from anything else.
Right.
But what are we talking about? Cut and pasting.
Yeah.
I think there's ways to do it, as I've said, without costing
the Earth,
but actually making it different.
Yeah.
I take your point on board about someone that goes to Paris may not ever go to Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally fair. But I still think Disney are getting lazy in the way that they're presenting things. And I think there's a way to do it, as we've seen before with the likes of Haunted Mansion, Thunder Mountain, Pirates, and more attractions like that, where they can do it in a way that has a unique twist depending on what park you're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And that's all I'm asking for. Like, Galaxy's Edge in Paris, amazing. But give it a twist.
Yeah. No, I think that... I wonder whether they're doing more copy and pasting now, like straight for straight copy and pasting, because they've got some of the rides do have a twist already, so they're thinking, oh, well, we can get away with it.
Yeah. Well, you can't, Bob. You bloody can't. Did you see that he's come back to Twitter?
Yes.
He left it a few weeks. He didn't delete the tweet, though. Fair play to him.
What, the original ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I saw that he made a bit of a Twitter comeback, which I thought was quite funny.
He was just like, I wonder what made him come back to it.
I don't know.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? There's no real incentive for have him on Twitter.
No, I think he just thought people would forget about it after a couple of weeks.
Maybe.
But little does he know that Diz Twitter never forgets. So yeah, I think in short, for me, direct copy and pasting is bad. But if there's a unique spin on it, then I'm kind of for it.
Yeah. Do you think we will see a Zootopia?
I hope not.
Zootropolis.
It's called Zootropolis over here.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I can't remember which way round it was.
Zootopia everywhere else.
Yeah.
I hope not. I'd be excited if Disney were to say we're building a brand new, never seen before Indiana Jones land in Disney's Animal Kingdom.
That would be. I think that would be more
fit would be
exciting,
perfect.
and it would fit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be against seeing a Zootopia land.
I don't think it fits in Animal Kingdom.
I don't know where they put it.
Yeah, you can't have a city setting in Animal Kingdom.
No.
If Joe agrees to that, then that's it. We're never going to see the Yeti fixed. So I hope that we don't, because I don't see anywhere other park that Disney has in Walt Disney World right now where it would fit.
No.
I mean, Hollywood would be great, but it's not going to happen.
It would work in Hollywood. Like so many things would work in Hollywood, but they don't have the space for it really.
No,
and
they've just added 2 new lands.
Yeah, they're not going to pile loads more money. Epcot is you obviously got Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom where it's getting a lot of focus.
Yeah,
because obviously for 2021.
Yeah,
and then you've got Epcot, which makes sense because it's the next park that really needs a lot of attention. But yeah, it doesn't particularly fit into Epcot because it's not associated to any particular country, is it?
No, and it's not futuristic either.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be futuristic, does it?
If it's going in Future World, it does.
Oh, what, in Epcot?
Yeah,
but I was thinking, like, if they put it into a land,
it's not
it
going to
doesn't
happen.
fit into any land.
No.
But yeah, obviously they could put it at the front, but it doesn't fit into any of the sections they've got at the front.
No, exactly. So yeah, that's probably it for this week's podcast. If you've enjoyed it, please do rate us 5 stars on iTunes. Just search for Theme Park Trader. Visit our website, themeparktrader.com. We are on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all the other places. Keep an eye out for some live streams on Facebook. Maybe already happened, maybe coming soon. Our username,
timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, timey-wimey stuff. We're all on all those platforms. Our username is Theme Park Trader. I'm on Twitter at Ryanogs, RYANOGS, and Dan is also on Twitter, and his username is
Scrooby Online, SCRWBY Online.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next week.
Ah, there you are. And just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return.